It's 5 o'clock. Now, Fox 35 News at 5.
All right, so how can you protect your family if criminals target you?
Joining us live tonight, former police chief Dr. Richard Weinblatt, the Cop Doc. Richard, always nice to have you here.
Always nice to see you, Bob.
You know, let's not kid ourselves. Guy breaks into your house when you're at home. That's a different level of criminal, isn't it?
It sure is. That's not your normal burglar that's going into the house just trying to get your valuables and not run into you and not run into a problem.
So outside lights, that's great. You got a dog at the house, that's great. All good things to keep, you know, the thugs away. But what's the first thing you think people should do once they realize that someone actually is inside their house?
Well, the first thing they should do is move away from the vicinity of where they're hearing the noise, the voices, whatever is indicating to them that there's somebody in their dwelling. They need to gather up their family, and they need to have that kind of, almost like a fire drill. Work it out in advance.
Have a plan ready to go.
That's right. Have a plan ready to go. Have a rendezvous point. Get out of that house, call 911, and let the professional law enforcement folks deal with it if you can.
All right. Isn't it true that, because everybody's going to scream, well, you know, go get your gun. But introducing a gun into a situation like that, doesn't that dramatically increase your risk of the violence escalating and not in your favor?
It does. And one of the things that I tell people, and I get this question constantly, Bob, is I tell people it's a personal decision to make whether you want to introduce a firearm into your household. And the big caveat that I put on that is if you do, make sure that you get the proper training in a dynamic situation, not just shooting at a little target.
Right.
Because this is real life. They move. There's adrenaline flowing. Look, police officers get 770 hours of training minimum in Florida and still have problems when they come into dynamic confrontation.
And real quick, decide for yourself beforehand whether or not you're going to use it properly. Somebody breaks into your home, all bets are off. You got the right to use deadly force, but you should decide that, not then. You should do it beforehand, right?
All of this should be planned out well in advance. Under the castle doctrine, you don't have to retreat. However, I advise people if you can, do so.
Yeah.
But if you really feel you can't, you need to have also been trained and planned and have the proper mindset to deal with this.
Dr. Weinblatt, always nice to have you here. Thanks for the advice.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.